everyone, so today I'm doing a first impression and you guys have been requesting this like crazy. I just had to take a little break from the Clinique products because I just did like 2 other Clinique first impressions. I'll link them down below. So yeah, I wanted to do some others in between, but today I am finally doing this Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. This looks so good, I'm not gonna lie. I have heard some good things about it. I haven't really researched too much into it. I haven't watched too many people's reviews. I've just heard people saying that they like it, so hopefully I do as well. I got the shade Golden Neutral. It's probably too dark for me. It's like quite dark. I bought this while I was in Vegas at Sephora and most of the shades were sold out. This was like the closest thing I could get, and yeah, it's probably a bit too dark. I feel like this is one of those products I have to wear when I've got so much fake tan on. I wanted to do this one today because my next one is going to be the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 foundation, which I feel like the concept seems quite similar just looking at what they say. So yeah, the next one will be this one. Keep an eye out for it. Let's jump into this one. I'm gonna look it up on the website and just see what it says. Alright, so on the Clinique website it says it's $27 US. It looks like there is 20 shades on this website. What it is, a foundation and concealer in one for a natural beyond perfected look that lasts all day. Lightweight, moisturizing makeup covers thoroughly without clogging pores, skin breathes comfortably, color stays true even through sweat and humidity. Due to the rich pigment level that enhances this flawless coverage foundation, shades may appear deeper when first applied. Once blended completely and allowed to dry, the makeup will melt into your skin for a beyond perfected, flawless look. A little goes a long way. It says to apply it like normal and then finish by using the pointy tip to spot conceal any trouble areas under the eyes, around the outside of the nose, on top of blemishes. Pat well with fingers. One dip of the wand gives you a full face application. Spot conceals too. Slow dry formula, which makes blending easy. And then it says it gives you 12 hours of full coverage wear from a flexible formula that moves with the skin. So it sounds pretty amazing. They say to use your fingers to blend it out, but personally I don't use my fingers for my foundation like ever. I just find it so messy. So I'll use a brush today and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it does dry a little bit lighter than what it looks like it will, because then it might match. Alright, I'm just gonna shake it up first. I'm gonna prime half my face today with the Urban Decay Brightening and Tightening Complexion Primer Potion. Whew. Just so we can see if there is any difference with the application, the longevity, the way it looks, the way it covers. Ooh, what happened there? Interesting. So my skin at the moment is definitely quite dehydrated. It's not necessarily dry, it's just a little bit tight feeling because it's been so cold lately and I've actually been staying in a hotel for the last couple of nights and the aircon just kind of makes my skin feel really dehydrated. Alright, I'm just gonna let that soak in for a second. So I'm going to use my angled face brush by XO Beauty to apply this. Let's do this. This is how the packaging looks. You get 30ml, very standard. Also, I forgot to say before, it says it's allergy tested, fragrance free, moderate to full coverage, and natural matte finish. Let's do this. I don't know how much I need. I feel like not much comes out on the actual stick thing. It's like an oversized concealer wand, but it did say you don't need much. So let's start with this. I feel like I did actually put on a lot, but YOLO. So we'll do the unprimed side first. I feel like that's quite a light coverage, to be fair. It does not feel very moisturizing or anything, which that's fine. I'm just saying. Alright, so on the unprimed side, it's like kind of easy to blend. Not the smoothest thing I've ever put on my face, but it's not super difficult either. It's just whatever. Let's try the prime side. Already, I feel like it's going on easier on the prime side. That looks orange. AF. Oh wow, what a fail. Hopefully we can fix this. The more we blend it out, hopefully it decreases the orange. I feel like it's more orange on the prime side. Maybe the coverage is just better with a primer. Like it just goes on better. It's easier to blend on this side, but still not like amazingly easy. It's still like, I don't know, I still feel like you have to put in a bit of effort. Even though it took longer to blend, I feel like it looks better on the unprimed side. I'm just gonna take my sponge and use this just because I feel like this is gonna make it kind of spread nicer and look a little bit better, because I don't know, it just looks very orange right now. Maybe I used too much. I don't know. And then what it says to do is use the tip of this to cover up blemishes and things. So, ooh, I feel like I put on way too much product. I'm gonna use my sponge again. So technically it should be very easily buildable. Yeah, it covers pretty good. It's not covering the redness so much, but overall it did make a difference in concealing them. I'm gonna go in for round 2 on the concealer. Alright, now we're getting somewhere. I am not going to use this under my eyes, I'm sorry guys. Like, I do not want full orange face, so I'm gonna use just a normal concealer under there. Color aside, let's see how it looks close up. Alright, so my skin tone is Donald Trump right now, but let's just look past that for one moment. Let's look at the actual texture of my skin. So I'm gonna look up close too while I show you guys. So I like the finish, that kind of natural matte finish. It's not like super matte, it's not super glowy. I do have a little bit of a light on right now because it's a bit dark in my room, so it's glowing a little bit more than it would without. Let's just turn it off for a moment. So I turned off the light and you can kind of see the color a little bit better now. It's not as orange, but it's still a little bit orange, a little bit Trumpy. So as far as my pores, the primed side is a little bit better. The unprimed side, you can see my pores a little bit more, but it's not major. I don't know if you can even see, but yeah, there's that. On the breakouts, it hasn't really clung to the dry areas. That's something we will see throughout the day to see if it like clings on later on, because yeah, they're very, very dry right now, those little bumps on my face. Just want to see what it feels like. Doesn't feel very sticky, and the side, you're not going to be able to see this. The side that's primed didn't transfer, but the side that was not primed did transfer. But as always, I will be setting my foundation with powder anyway. I'm going to put on some concealer. I might just do that on camera so you can see what I'm using. Usually I crop it out because otherwise the videos are way too long. I have been thoroughly enjoying this. This is the Born This Way Too Faced Concealer, and this is in the shade Light. So I'm going to use this under my eyes and on my eyelids. And I'm going to do a triangular shape as always. Hopefully this will also help to kind of correct the colour a little bit just by adding a little bit of lightness in there. And then after I powder, hopefully it'll kind of help a little bit with the colour tone as well. And then just to make this area look a little bit less orange. So using that concealer did help with the colour a little bit. And then I'm just going to use the same powder as always, which is my Studio Fix powder by MAC. This particular colour is actually in C2, it's a little bit light for me, and I'm hoping it'll just help to correct the colour a little bit. I'm not applying much. As always, I just do a really thin dusting to set the foundation, and I do this in every single first impression just so, you know, it's a fair test, because this is how I would always apply my makeup. And of course, I won't be using any setting sprays today. I am going to just use some yellow powder. This is the Makeup Revolution contour kit. Just the yellow powder mixed with that kind of pale colour, these two here. And I'm just going to set my under eye area. And then yeah, I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and come back later, but first I will do a little flash test for you guys. Honestly, in photos it looks pretty flawless, and once it's set down with powder, I feel like it looks more flawless also. Not in terms of coverage, what I mean is just like covering pores and everything. Sorry, my camera is like having issues. I don't know what's wrong with it. It keeps like focusing everywhere apart from where I want it to focus. But yeah, like on the unprimed side now, you cannot see any of my pores. I'll zoom in. Hopefully you can see like the texture of my skin just looks flawless on both sides. So that's good. The color's not good, but the texture is good. The coverage is quite nice, I think. Applying it was like average. It wasn't super easy, but it wasn't super difficult. I'd probably actually just use this foundation with a sponge next time. It worked quite well. It's really orange and where all my baby hairs are. It looks decent. At the moment it's definitely not a favorite, but it's not terrible. And I feel like if I got a color that actually matched me well, I would like it more. Alright, so the time's 10:30. I'll come back in a few hours and I'll give you an update on how it's looking. Hey guys, so it is 4:15 p.m. So it's been on for like 5 and a bit hours, is that? I don't know, I can't remember. Something like that anyway. So it's looking pretty good still. I do have to say, around any breakouts on my face, like in between my eyebrows, it is clamping onto them. It's grabbing onto these breakouts and dry patches. Down here it's kind of faded a little bit more and gone a little bit cakey. So I don't think I would recommend it for acne prone skin or dry skin. It's started to melt around my nostrils. Everywhere else it's still looking quite good, although I do feel like it's starting to fade a little bit. So I don't know if it's going to be as long wearing as it says it is. It looks really good right now, but it's not lasting the best, you know what I'm saying? However, over like my pores and everything, like this part of my face just looks so good. So at the moment it's a bit of a love-hate relationship. I feel like I would like it when my skin is quite perfect looking. On the rare occasion when I have like no breakouts on my skin, maybe just for like a night out or like a lunchtime event, going out for lunch with my friends or dinner with friends or something, you know, where I don't have to have my makeup looking good like all day long, you know. Because yeah, I'm sure it said on the packaging that it's supposed to last for 12 hours, and so far we aren't looking too good on track. It's actually faded a little bit less on the unprimed side, so I don't know what's up with this. Like, it blended out easier on the primed side, it didn't transfer on the primed side. However, on the unprimed side, it looks a little bit nicer. Maybe it's better without a primer and you just have to take a little bit more time to really buff it out, and then make sure to set it, of course, with powder. Looking now, like after setting it and everything, the pores look the same on both sides as well, by the way. It has wiped off where I have rubbed my nose, where I blew my nose earlier, so it doesn't really stick on through that kind of rubbing motion. Not many do though. On the places on my skin where I don't have pimples, it looks so nice and smooth. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm having a moment, like, do I like it? Do I not? I don't know. I feel like for the price, it's not the most expensive foundation. It does look really pretty. As I said, probably one to wear when I don't have many breakouts for it to grip onto. And hopefully once I added on some setting spray and everything, it wouldn't fade so much throughout the day. That's something I can test out later on. It looks better with no primer, I think. I'll come back and talk to you guys in a few more hours. Hey everyone, so it is now 7 p.m. So it's been on for like 8 hours, 8.5 hours, something like that. And to be honest, it hasn't really changed that much from last time. The only thing that's changed a lot is I feel like where I built up the product over top of these breakouts as a concealer, like it said to do, it looks so cakey at this point and it feels heavy. Like, you know when you just like, not even when you're touching your face, you just like feel like it's heavy. Down on my chin, it just feels heavy and it feels gross and it feels quite flaky and scabby. I don't know if you can see. It's melted a little bit more around my nose and it feels a little bit oily. And on my nose it feels a little bit oily as well, but nowhere else. I really like how it looks, but I feel like it's not performing as well as I would like it to. There's just a few too many things going wrong. This is going to be one of those products you guys are going to have to look at and decide for yourself whether it's worth it or not, because yeah, to me, like, now that I have it, I'll probably use it, but I don't feel like it's an ultimate favorite. But then who knows, once I use setting sprays and stuff, maybe I'll like it a bit more. So if I try it out some more, I'll definitely use a setting spray and, you know, update you guys if my mind does change. I'm just gonna zoom in on my chin quickly. Can you see where it's gone real cakey all around here? It's just like emphasized all of my dry skin and bumps and lumps. It still looks really good over where these pores are, like under my eyes, and it still looks really smooth down here though. Alright, so I'll come back right before bed and show you one last time. We'll see if it changes anymore. Hey guys, it is now 9 p.m. so it has been on for a very long time and it hasn't really changed at all since last time, since the last update. So overall, do I like it? It's okay. It's kind of like got a lot of pros and cons. The color weirds me out. Like, look how much it changed. It changed so much, and I mean, it's good that it changed because it matches me better. It faded a little bit, but nothing major. It just kind of faded a little bit and then stopped there. It didn't really continue to fade, to be honest. It did get cakey where I built it up. It does grab onto dry areas. It melted around my nostrils and feels a little tiny bit oily on my nose. It hides pores well. It makes my skin look really smooth and radiant, and I like the finish. As I've said a few times, I'll probably use this when my skin's not playing up so much. I think it looks good, but is it the best foundation I've ever used? No. Is it the worst? No. I don't know, I'm on the fence. Let me know what you guys think of it down below. Leave a comment with your experience and let us know what your skin type is as well, so we can see, you know, compared to ourselves, how it might work. I'd love to know if any of you guys had the same kind of opinion as me. Was your opinion different? I feel like if you have fairly normal skin with minimal dry spots, perhaps not too much acne or anything like that, it could be a really good one. That's my first impression. I hope it helped. I'm not sure if it really did, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video anyway. And don't forget to thumbs it up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. This look, oh my gosh, I love being fake tanned, so bronzed. So just to finish off, here are a few before and afters. I hope this video helped you guys out. I tried to edit the footage so that they're the same kind of like lighting situations and everything, but yeah, pretty impressive before and after. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and I